We often think of extinction as a dramatic hunt, but the number one cause of species vanishing is quieter. It's the loss of a home. An animal's habitat is its entire world: food, shelter, a place to find a mate. And we are systematically dismantling these worlds. Consider a forest. A council wants to build a road through it, arguing it only uses 5% of the land. But it's not about the 5%. That road splits the forest into two isolated islands. For an animal like a koala, that other side might as well be on the moon. They can't cross to find mates, leading to inbreeding and eventually local extinction. This is habitat fragmentation. And this is where the dominoes start to fall. Why should we care about one small population, or even a tiny, seemingly useless insect in a rainforest? Because every organism is a thread in the web. That insect might be the only pollinator for a specific tree, or the main food for a bird. When the insect disappears, the tree can't reproduce. The bird starves. This ripple effect, a trophic cascade, can destabilize an entire ecosystem. Then there are the invisible threats. We release chemicals into the environment, thinking they'll just wash away. But persistent toxins like mercury don't break down. They build up. A tiny bit of poison is absorbed by algae. A small fish eats thousands of algae. A large fish eats hundreds of those small fish. By the time an eagle eats that large fish, the poison in its body is massively concentrated. This is bioaccumulation, and it's why top predators are often the first to vanish from polluted areas. Ecosystems can adapt to slow change, but our impact is happening too fast for evolution to keep up. Our own survival depends on the services these systems provide: clean air, fresh water, pollination. Conservation isn't just about saving animals, it's about safeguarding the intricate, interconnected web of life that sustains us all.